Donnie and Dolly. The team is supported by ableauctions.ca. Closing your business? We can help.
That's what I'm talking about. It is Tuesday, and all of our guests today, including Ross Tucker, standing by. Brought to you by our friends at Pastime Sports and Games. As we bring in Ross Tucker Football Podcast, CBS Sports, and Westwood One from Akron, Ohio. Make that Kent, Ohio. Ross Tucker, how are you, sir?
I'm doing awesome, fellas. I'm, what is this, my third game in 5 days, 6 days? I did Commanders Eagles on Thursday night on Westwood One Radio, and then Sunday I did the Raiders and the Dolphins for CBS. Now I'm in Kent, Ohio for the battle for the wagon wheel. 2-8 Akron, 0-10 Kent State. I know Rick loves this rivalry, lives for this rivalry. Should be amazing tonight. It's funny. Somebody was saying to me, why are you doing that game? I'll tell you why. Because I'm a sicko. Because I love it. Because why? Because what am I going to say? No? Hey, do you want to go to Ohio and call a college football game for money? Yeah, of course I do. Wait, what kind of question is that? Yes, the answer is yes.
But you love doing college football, and I correct me if I'm wrong. It seems you the more, if I can use the word, obscure the game, I think the more you love it.
Well, I love the purity, I guess, of the sport. Mm-hmm. Anybody can say, like, anybody can get excited to do an NFL game or to do a big-time college game involving everybody that people know, right? Can you imagine what it's going to be like tonight if those Kent State kids win? They're 0-10. Like, I just want people to realize this. Maybe you don't realize this in Canada, okay? These guys, winter conditioning is 6 a.m., and they run till they basically puke pretty much every morning, all winter. Then they do spring ball all spring where they're bashing into each other. Then summer workouts. Then two-a-days during training camp. Then the season is probably somewhere between 4 to 5 hours per day. These young men have not gotten the reward of a single victory. For all of that time, all of that effort, all of that pain, and quite frankly, Akron's 2-8, so they haven't gotten a lot of rewards either, right? But I know what it's like to be on bad teams. I know what it's like to play in a rivalry game, and I'm fired up. I'm excited for those young men. They're on national television. They got me calling the game, and the way I always look at it, both for me and for them, right? Both for me and for them. But for a lot of them, like, this is the game that they're going to record and show their kids and grandkids. Like, 99.9% of these guys, they're not going to the NFL. Mm-hmm. This is if they win this game, this is the game that someday they'll show their kids and grandkids. And I want to give them what their kids and grandkids deserve from this game tonight. I'm fired up.
No, I'm fired up. Yeah. I have to watch this thing. By the way, up here in Canada, it's not 6 a.m., 5 a.m., 3 feet of snow. We're up working out every day, whether we're playing football or not. Hey, Ross, Grey Cup, Toronto beats Winnipeg. There was a streaker in the middle of that game. She got all sorts of attention. Did you ever have to deal with a streaker during your playing days, or do you have any streaker experience? Not from yourself, but while you were playing and maybe watching an audience member do that sort of thing.
Yeah, I don't think so. Although I always wonder, like, if two things. Number one, if I was in that situation, it's funny because if it was like a drunk guy and he had his clothes on, I would want to knock him over, and end it. But then I don't know. He could probably sue me, right? I don't know if it's like that in Canada, but definitely like that in the United States, where liability, it's a very overly litigious society. I don't think I would have anything to do with anybody naked. I don't think I would get involved with naked at all. I was on the sideline for Westwood One when there was a black cat on the field for a Monday night game, and they couldn't get it off the field. And Kevin Harlan, there's a famous video of Kevin Harlan talking about it because the security guys came and the cat just kept going. I regret that. I should have gone out on the field and tried to get the cat. Either way, I would have gone viral, right? Like either I go viral because I get the cat, or people think it's hilarious. Either way, I missed my opportunity to get worldwide recognition. Although I don't know the answer. Like if I was the one as a sideline reporter that ran onto the field, would I have then gotten in trouble, or would they have been like, "Oh no, thanks for helping out"? I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you've seen the footage, but Canadians are known for being overly polite, and the security and police were, in the opinion of many, overly polite to the streaker, naked or not. Hey, Bill Belichick, is he coming back to coach in the National Football League, age 72, Ross?
1,000%. Yeah, everybody knows that. Everybody's known that since last year. He cares very much about his legacy. He wants to break Shula's record. He's going to coach somewhere next year. He's going to coach until he breaks Shula's record. And maybe after that, but definitely until he breaks Shula's record. He cares. He's read every history book there's ever been about football. He wants to be in all of them. I can assure you of that.
So, Ross, obviously the big game for everybody was the Bills and the Chiefs. The Bills did it. 9 for 15 third down conversions, which was great. But now everybody's saying, hey, that's great. Now do it in the playoffs.
Yeah, 1,000%. And I said that on every platform I'm on, social media, at Ross Tucker NFL, certainly the Ross Tucker Football Podcast before the game. It's weird because the Bills previously had beaten the Chiefs 3 times in the regular season, only to lose every time in the postseason. I don't know that anybody thinks this will be any different until we see it. By the way, you guys didn't even ask. I just got done working out. That's why I have this towel around my neck. I mean, is it weird that you guys did it? Can you not tell? I
thought it was a hoodie. I thought it was a hoodie.
I thought it was a robe.
You thought it was like a hoodie? No, I'm in a hotel, and I was just prepping for the game, and I worked out, and I didn't get a chance to shower yet. So that's why I have this towel here. When I work out, I put a towel like this around my neck. So I don't know. You know what? It's funny because I have a white shirt on, it does kind of look like a hoodie.
Hoodie-ish.
That's a good call, Donnie. Rick had no idea what it was.
I thought it was a robe. And then I wasn't.
Oh, I could go. I'm not a big robe guy.
Oh,
I am.
I should be. You would be.
I am.
Rick.
I am.
I picture you just. Your wife was texting me. She says you just lounge around the Dollywall estate in your robe all day.
I love the robe. Sunday mornings.
Just hanging it all out. Just hanging everything out there, Rick.
I love the robe.
Anyway, listen.
Just before he streaks.
It is funny, Rick, because most people, it just feels like there's a better chance that the Bills win the playoff game if they had lost the regular season game. Now, you want to win the game and maybe get home field advantage, but it's hard to beat a team twice. So I think everybody just kind of thinks it makes it more likely that the Chiefs beat them in the playoffs again.
Hey, Ross, take a look at the NFC West for me. It's a disaster. The Cardinals are leading that division 6-4. They've won 4 straight. That's a team nobody, did you – I don't think anybody predicted they'd be leading the NFC West here. What's going on with the Cardinals, and why are they winning so much of late?
Well, nobody predicted the Cardinals would be winning the NFC West or leading it because nobody – thought that the Niners would play this poorly. 5-5. I mean, that might have been the most surprising result from this weekend. What a job by Geno Smith and the Seahawks to get that win. I thought with McCaffrey back after the win over the Bucs, I thought, okay, now here come the Niners. They're going to be a force. And I'm still not ready yet to totally give up on them. But yikes. I mean, now they're really digging themselves a hole, and the Cardinals have played fantastic. You never know when you take over a bad franchise when it's going to flip, or a bad college football program, right? You never know when it's going to flip. The Cardinals have flipped it. It is now flipped where they believe in what this regime is doing. They're going to be in this thing until the end. And they're probably the favorites to win the division now, not just because they have a game lead, but because of the way they've been playing as of late.
And quickly, Ross, I know you love this player, but before we let you go, Tamm Hill, first NFL player with 100 rush yards, 3 rushing TDs, 50 receiving yards, 10 passing yards in the same game. I know you've gone on about him before, but just how special is this guy?
Well, first of all, he's 34 years old now, Don.
Yeah.
Like, this is no spring chicken that he's still doing this stuff. And I got a lot of attention, and people made fun of me last year when I said he was one of the best football players I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. And I told you guys last year, I wish I would have said pure football players or all-around football players. Because when you say best football players, then people are comparing them to Tom Brady or Lawrence Taylor or Reggie White or whatever. There's a lot of things you could do on a football field. You know, right? You can kick a ball, you can run with it, you can block, you can tackle, you can throw. I don't know that I've ever seen a guy that's that good at all of them. Now, maybe some other guys like a Micah Parsons or somebody could be if they got the opportunity. But this guy could start at tailback, fullback, tight end, maybe even like an oversized slot receiver, definitely quarterback. In that game, Donnie, he had a 45-yard kickoff return. Yeah. I mean, it's like we've never seen this. And knowing how many people spend their entire existence as human beings trying to make it to the NFL and not succeeding, to think that a guy can do it that many things at that level blows me away, right? Like, obviously, Tom Brady and Peyton Manning are great. If you put Tom Brady and Peyton Manning in any other position, they would get annihilated. I mean, they wouldn't even start for a D3 school, right? Like, that's how impressive it is what Taysom Hill's doing.
Towel, robe, hoodie, whatever the case may be. Excellent as always. Ross Tucker, thanks so much.
Sounds great. See you guys.